I want to thank you all for volunteering and participating in STEM. It is such a wonderful event. It's so beneficial to the kids, and God bless you for being part of it, all of you, in one way or another. So I want to thank you. Uh, what I'd like to do is start by having everybody introduce themselves. Let me go first. My name is Gary Engelhart. I'm the volunteer coordinator as well as a co-program manager, and I've been involved in STEM since the very beginnings. This will be my 5th year. So, Gwen, would you like to go next?
So I'm Gwen Carr, and my responsibility is registration and logistics and co-program management.
Okay. Mike, would you go next?
Sure, Mike Scott, just a STEM, I'm a Rotarian, but I'm a STEM volunteer. Been at it since, what is our 5th year doing it, Gary?
Fifth year, yeah.
Yeah. So excited for year number 5.
Okay. Doug, would you go next?
You're muted, Doug.
Doug, you're muted.
Sorry about that. I'm with the West Reading Wyomissing Rotary Club, soon to be ex-president, I guess, past president soon. But anyways, this would be my first year to volunteer with STEMIA. I did attend the dinner last year, I believe, or the year before, but I've never been a volunteer yet with STEMIA.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, the one screen is HSOLO. So I don't know how to pronounce that, but if you know who you are, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, Gary. It's Helen.
Oh,
it's
I
Helen.
didn't recognize you.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a little hair.
Yep. My name's Helen, and I work at Members First. This is my first STEM event or weekend, and I'm very excited. So
You're gonna love it.
And I'll also be volunteering as well. I'm her son, Theodore Solomon, and I actually go to Kutztown myself.
so you're gonna help me when I get lost.
Yeah.
Terrific. Okay. See, where was I? Okay. Tony, you want to go next?
Sure, I'm Tony. I guess is my title, the STEMIA director, at the experience itself. So I'm kind of like an operations guy, I would say, and certainly help with planning with the team. So it's my 3rd year involved.
Okay.
And happy to be back.
Glad to have you back. Tyler, would you like to go next?
Sure. This is Tyler Stiletti. I've been with STEM, for since inception almost, at least with the first year, and help with social media. I work for QNB Bank, and I am a Allentown Rotarian for the past about 5 years.
Okay, great. Okay. Loretta, would you go next, please?
Sure. My name's Loretta Ottinger. I'm with the Fleetwood Rotary Club, and this is my first year.
You're going to love it.
Welcome.
Jimmy, one of our interns, would you go next?
I can go.
Okay.
I'm Alex Steele. I'm an intern. It's my first year, and I just graduated from Northwestern Lehigh High School.
Jimmy, can you get unmuted or are you unable to unmute? Okay.
Hello. Okay.
You're good.
My name is Jimmy Morales. I just recently graduated Allentown Central Catholic, and it will be my 2nd year being an intern.
Super. Super. I'm going to scroll back and see if did I miss somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Riley, would you go next, please?
Hi, I'm Riley Pierre. This is my first year. I'm one of the interns, and I just graduated from Boyertown High School.
Okay. Let's see. Who else?
Joanne.
Joanne?
Hi, Joy Montgomery. I'm from the Rotary Club in North Penn, and I believe this is my 4th year being one of the overnight helpers.
God bless you for doing that. Bless you for doing that. Rolf, would you go next?
Yeah, most people call me annoying, but I also go by the name of Rolf. I have been involved with the inception when we initially talked with Bill Diamond at SETI and then started this all up and figured out more or less what we wanted to go ahead and do. And that was over 5 years ago now. And here we are at our fifth camp this summer. It's really amazing, and it has grown just beyond our wildest dreams.
Absolutely.
And it's because of a lot of you kinds of folks that have made this happen, really.
Okay. Hey, Chris, would you go next?
Sure. My name is Chris Demarlis, and I'm a member of Springfield Township Rotary. And I went one day last year's program. I thought it was great. This is really a good program, and I volunteered to do 3 days this year. Looking forward to it.
It's not unusual when somebody comes for one day, and then the next time around they want to come for 3 or 4 days. So, okay, Jasleen, I don't think I called you out yet.
Hi, I'm Jasleen Ortiz. It's my first year being an intern, and I just recently graduated from Northwestern Lehigh High School.
Neat. Okay, Darlene.
Hi, I'm like Ralph, a part of the Inception team. We started this in 2020 and it has grown so much. I served for the first 3 years as the youth service chair, and now I'm the youth protection chair. It's a great program. I love it, and I love being with everyone. So thank you for volunteering.
Okay, and Susan.
I'm Susan Nensteel. I'm a member of the Allentown Rotary Club, and this is my second year volunteering.
Okay, Peter, I don't think you went yet.
No, I'm also a member of the Allentown Club. To blame for the website and the brochures. And I'm a parking attendant and roam around and take pictures for the above items.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Mr. Seidner.
Yeah.
I don't think you've gone yet.
Michael Seidner. I'll answer to Mike or Dr. Mike. I'm the medical director of STEM-YA. I've been in since the very inception as well, along with a couple other people. And I'm also the self-anointed scholarship chair.
Awesome.
And Amir, I don't think you've gone yet.
No. Good afternoon or good evening. My name is Amir Famili. I think I was one of the first one behind the curtain that we were working with Gary and Gwen, get the STEM-YA established with all the challenges we had. So this year is the first year that I'm actively participating in the STEM-YA. I have been engaged, but this year is my full participation at the STEM-YA, and it's really an honor. And I want to just give credit to, I know Gwen and Gary have gone through a lot of, I keep a lot of gray hair in Gary's. So I know that through that at the beginning, it was a very rough ride, but we will get it to the point that we are. So that's great. Can you guys hear me or not?
Yeah. Yes. Did I miss anyone?
Yeah, me, Loretto, Halton.
Loretto. It's terrible.
Yes.
You can see 4 or 5 pictures, and you're zipping back and forth trying to pick everybody up. My apology, Loretto.
And Loretto had just joined Rotary when she joined STEM.
Yes.
So
you're muted.
Sorry.
You're on.
I've been part of the Springfield Township Flowertown Rotary for 5 years, and the our club rep for this camp, and volunteered since the beginning as well. So it's really an amazing program. Happy to be part of it.
Happy to have you. Anybody else that I missed? No? Okay, I'm going to ask Gwen to talk about what's new and different this year compared to prior years.
Okay, so just a little bit of an update. It looks like we're going to have at least 66 students. I'm still waiting. Dr. Mike and I are still waiting for that one last student from Fleetwood to have her medical in. Some surprises for you. Through the Rotary Action Group, Basic Education and Literacy, we have been invited to present at the Tech Hub at the Rotary International Conference. So Chris Horniman and Mike Orban are doing that presentation next Tuesday at 1:20 p.m. in Taipei. So that's something interesting for STEM-YA. A little bit about our program this year. On Thursday night, We'll have the planetarium with a great show about Mars. We went to see it on April 30th, and it's a terrific show. Engineers Without Borders is going to be doing some experiments with the kids, and we're using solar panels. So that'll be interesting. And Darlene will be hosting the Rotary Bingo. We'll also have a night sky activity where the kids will learn how to use their phones to view the night skies. So in between all this, of course, we'll be having team building and the regular STEM sessions where the kids will be doing a project. They'll be building a model of a habitat for Mars. On Friday night, we have Tower Health coming for 3 hours, and they, in cooperation with Sue Height, our nurse, are going to be doing CPR, stop the bleed. So the kids will be doing, Loretta's in Taipei, so she's going to go. They're going to be doing tourniquets. We'll have a first aid training, and we'll also be doing bicycle safety, and they're going to be making a first aid kit. On Saturday night, we have the KU professors. Donna DeMarco of KU, she's one of the professors there, is coordinating this night. We're doing the electron microscope, just like we did last year. We're doing a NASA Perseus activity where we're plotting the route of the Perseus rover. We're doing ground penetrating radar, and we're doing chemistry flame tests. On Sunday, we have the science fair at 4 p.m. We have the dinner, of course, with the celebration for the kids and the parents. Dr. Laurie McMillan will be our speaker. She is the Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences at Kutztown University, and we'll be kicking off our STEMier fundraiser, which will be a bingo, and that'll be on March 7th of 2027. Of course, Dr. Mike will be there, and he'll be willing to accept any donations you have for our scholarship.
Absolutely.
Any questions about all the content for this year?
Okay. Again, this is primarily focused on the volunteers, and it's going to be a separate meeting, I guess, for the interns and so on. But let me just walk through the volunteer material for everybody's information. So starting at the beginning, I'm saying when you arrive at 8 a.m. at the university dorm, and there's a map that was sent out that shows you where the university dorm is, you'll receive your lanyard and your badge. They'll each be on its own lanyards. You'll have 2 lanyards.
No, they will have one.
One lanyard.
Right, and a magnet.
Magnet, yeah, that's true. Magnet badge. So it's important that you keep both of those for the entire time, because a lanyard will get you in and out of the cafeterias, as well as in and out of your room, and a lot of other nice places that you might want to go. And we need to have those and not leave them somewhere and then be unable to get back in your room, etc. And of course, the badge will have your name on, as well as identifying the group you belong to. And the groups are color coded. So you'll be a red or a green or a blue, depending upon which group you end up with. For those people that arrive at any time other than 8 a.m., you need to call me or text me. And again, I have my phone number on here, 484-332-0677. I think I would prefer you call rather than text, so I am sure to get the message. I'll meet you somewhere. If we're in the north side of the campus, I'll ask you to come to the science building. Meet me over there at the science building. If we're on the other side of the campus, probably meet me at the dorm. And again, you'll receive your lanyard and badge at that time. Any questions about that? Those 2 points. Okay, timing and assignments. After this meeting's over, I'm going to send an email out to everyone that has your proposed assignments and a timing for those assignments, whether you're going to be lead, whether you're going to be an assistant lead, or whatever other role you have. So I expect to see those right after this meeting. And what I would ask you to do is look through them. This is what we are proposing. If there's an issue there, perhaps there was an error made in terms of when you're going to be there versus when we show you as being scheduled, or any other issue, please get back to us. And for those people who have not yet identified which time frames they want, which spots they want, you'll be able to see which times during the 4 days we have very few volunteers compared to other times when we have more volunteers. So please take note of that if you're going to, if you haven't signed up yet, if you haven't identified times you want to work, please look at that and help that guide your decisions. Any questions about that? Okay, if there are, just get in touch with me. In terms of roles and responsibilities, so Thursday, there are going to be 2 safety drills. This is something new. We didn't do this in prior years. One will be an evacuation drill. And again, these are both driven by Kutztown and their programs. And the other one will be an in-class drill. So really deal with what the issues are, if we have to do an evacuation, or if there's some other serious problem that would occur that you have to you'd have to sort of stay in your room, stay in your classroom until the problem's resolved. So again, we'll have those drills on Thursday. And again, we'll provide more details about those drills after we've met with Kutztown and got more details that we can then share with you. In terms of the leads, each leads are going to get a different color, as I mentioned. So you'll have a color on your badge, and all the kids with that same color will be your group. So you'll know your group, who's in your group, who's out of your group. And we want the colors, the groups to stay together as best they can during the course of the 4 days. Let's see. In terms of the roles, the job of the leads, and we'll provide more detail on this as well, but the job of the lead is for you to get your group together, your colored group together, and escort them across campus from the dorm over to the science building area, bring them back at lunchtime, back over after lunch, back at dinner time, and then after dinner back over to the other side of the campus for all these events and activities that Gwen identified. You will have assistants, people identified to assist you with your group. They help keep everybody together and make sure nobody kind of runs astray. So the lead's role is to really help husband that group over and bring them back and stay with that group the entire time that they're assigned to that group, to make sure that everybody sort of stays together and they end up where they're supposed to end up as we go from classroom to classroom. And again, that information as to which classroom you should be in when will be provided to you when we get a little bit closer. Again, in terms of the assistants, it's their job to work with the leads to figure out how they're going to work with the kids to get them where they need to go. And I want to emphasize from a safety and security standpoint, we don't want any kids to wander off by themselves. So if one of the students decides they need to go to the bathroom, we want at least 2 Rotary volunteers or a volunteer and an intern, but 2 people associated with Rotary to escort that person to the restroom and then escort them back to the classroom. So they're never alone wandering around by themselves. Similarly, if they had to go back over to the dorm because they forgot something or some other issue or whatever, we want to be sure that there are at least 2 Rotarians accompanying that person from where they are over to wherever they're going and then back to the group again, so that kids are never by themselves and they're never with less than 2 Rotarians or Rotarian representatives, interns. Did I miss anything with that? Okay, any questions about that so far?
Just want to mention that copies of the schedule are on the web. So I think we have sent you the link to that. In addition, I'll have copies posted in the lobby, and I'll always have 3 copies of the schedule with me. We'll also have the list of the students posted in the lobby, and we will have the students' names on each of the rooms as well. And our nurse, Sue, who will be on the first floor, she will also have a copy of where each student is located.
On the email I sent out to you, I had a link for the celebration dinner and the science fair and the celebration dinner. And if you haven't signed up for that, please do. We need the account for the celebration dinner. And it's a wonderful activity. That'll start about 4 o'clock. I guess the science fair starts about 4 o'clock and the dinner itself starts about 5. And it's a great time. You'll get to meet all the kids when they go up and they get presented with their certificates. So it's a fun activity. So I really would like to encourage you to go to the science fair and stay for the celebration dinner. Anything else about the celebration dinner you want to say?
I have a question.
Yes.
Last year, the elevator wasn't working. And it was difficult for some of us to get upstairs. Will that entrance that is in the dining room be open?
The second
for
floor
people?
door. Yeah,
The second floor door?
will be open,
Okay.
because that's where we'll bring the habitats in.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Again, as I mentioned, the link is on the email I sent out to you to sign up for the celebration dinner. Again, Gwen mentioned the schedule of events. There's a link on the agenda that shows you how to get to the schedule of events. Let's see, what did I miss? I think those are all the key things.
So really the
T-shirts.
Okay.
I mentioned the T-shirts. If you have a T-shirt from last year, please bring that. So we only have to supply T-shirts for those people who have not been in STEM Day before. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So for the job of the interns, we'll be giving you more details, but the interns' jobs, as Jimmy knows, is really to support the teachers. So there's a lot of prep for the teachers because all these activities are interactive. There's a lot of cleanup from the activities. And with more students, of course, there's going to be more in each individual group. So it looks like most groups will have 16 students in them since we have more students. So there'll be plenty of work for the interns, and the interns will come and see Susan on a regular basis to get things because she'll have everything there with Jane. And I do have several boxes of recyclable things so the kids can again do their dumpster diving and find any recyclables. This year I have sorted them out by the types of recyclables, so it should be a little bit cleaner than it was last year. But we have lots and lots of food, Jimmy, for you to give out. People are sending food, so there's all kinds of food. So another job of the interns is to go around in the evening and give the kids some choices on snacks. So students are permitted to bring snacks, but not drinks, because we really have no refrigeration capabilities. Again, similar to last year, females on one floor, males on another. The interns will be on the first floor with the nurse, and that we will have the access building where we have some additional supplies. And when you get there, you'll see the layout of all the different buildings if you haven't been there before. Park in parking lot C, past the water tower. That's the best place to park because that's the closest to the dorm.
Are we in the same dorm as last year?
Same
Yes,
dorm,
yes.
University Place. So that was a pretty good location, very secure. We will be having some of the night sky activities over there in the grassy area because it's dark back there and the kids will get a good shot at looking at the stars if it's hopefully not too cloudy of a night.
And to just touch on something we mentioned before, from a health standpoint, from a medical standpoint, we'll have a full-time nurse there during the entire program, as well as a full-time doctor. So we're well taken care of in terms of medical support, for want of a better term. What did we miss? Any questions?
How about for Loretta, you're new this year, anything that pops into your mind? No, I guess not.
Gary, do you mind if I share something?
Please do.
And you spoke very well and covered everything very effectively, and I appreciate that. If I can just share sometimes what can be frustrating for me, I'm often the guy who's trying to get the group together to move from one place to another. So especially if you're someone who is managing a group, let's say you're responsible for the red group that day, it's very important that you, at the beginning of the day, you connect with those students, you know who is supposed to be with you, so that when it's time to move, if I say, Sue, do you have your red students together, that you can answer me and say, yes, I do. Sometimes some people are really good at that, and sometimes people are very relaxed and casual about it. But it's really important when we're moving from one place to another that we're sure we have every student with us, because sometimes there might be a person, we might get to the next destination, like, oh yeah, I thought so-and-so was with me, but I don't know where they are. It's really important that you stay with that group of whatever, 12, 15 students that you're responsible for. That's really, really important. So just keep them together at all times. The cafeteria is tough, like when we're gathering them from, breakfast or lunch or dinner. That's really important that you can get them for me, because one person, if I'm trying to gather 70 students and I don't have the support of those volunteers that are managing the groups of students, I just can't do it well. So the more efficient you are with that, the better. So that would be my request. And I'm sure you're going to be great. Just take it very seriously, because we just need to know where everyone is at all times, as Gary mentioned.
What we tried to do was pair up the more experienced volunteers with the ones who are doing it for the first time. So what I suggest is one volunteer at the front of the line and one volunteer at the back of the line. And that seems to help the flow, because you can just push forward that way. But it is really important because we do have to cross the street in the evening when we come back from the lab, from the Bohm Science Building. It's going to be dark and there's not much lighting there. So it's really important in the evening to have somebody at the front of the line, somebody at the back of the line, and use the crosswalk and use the lights, because it can be a little tricky back there with all the water experiences that they have on the campus.
Yes, Darlene.
Tony, another suggestion, when I get a student group, I take a picture of that group in the morning so that sometimes if I can't remember everyone's name or what everyone looks like, we can, if we're missing one person, we can look at the picture and see who's missing.
Darlene, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful suggestion.
take a
I never
picture
thought
of
of that,
the
but
group.
how great that is. So thank you for sharing.
And Darlene, we didn't put your name on any of the groups yet. So we
Okay.
will have you on, we're looking to see where the holes are. Because I know you're.
And I'm okay being a floater.
Yep. Yep.
And Rolf, similarly, we don't have him plugged in anywhere yet because he has his time open there, but we'll figure out how that'll work out. And if you haven't signed up yet as a volunteer, please do so we can get your information in t-shirt size and get you plugged in.
Yeah, as per normal, Gary, just plug me in anywhere, and obviously I'll be doing the evening, and see whether or not we can talk Tyler into doing that as well too, huh?
Tyler is doing one night, so that's
All
good.
right.
We do have a shortage of male overnight volunteers, so we're still looking for a couple of extra volunteers for the overnight
Hall monitoring.
hall monitoring. We're covered on the females, but we could use some additional males.
And I just let me just, if any of you are interested or potentially interested, give you an idea. This year and last year, and this year like last year, is so much easier than it has been in other years, because the way the dorm is set up, those that you haven't been there, they are now in the students are in individual suites, and they have their bathroom in the suite, whereas previously we were in a much more of a dorm setting where we were out in the hall, and they moved from room to room to the communal bathrooms, showers, etc. So it required a whole lot more of vigilance, if you will. Now it's a matter of just sitting out and staying awake, sitting out on the balcony, on the veranda, and nobody comes out. Kids, and if they do come out, then it tends to be somewhat of a more of a need, perhaps going to see Susan, our nurse, that sort of thing. Whereas previously you were looking at bathroom, whatever, looking at that. Now it's so much easier.
So the only thing I would recommend for overnight monitors that are staying outside is bug spray. Make sure you spray.
Yeah.
Because there are mosquitoes over there. So, but it is a very confined environment. You will need to use your swiper to get in and out of the building. So you will need to keep your lanyard with you. And we do have a place in the lobby, like Joanne, for you. When you leave in the evening, you can leave leave at 3 a.m. You can leave or whenever you leave, you can leave your lanyard right there in the lobby where we had this set up last year. So there's plenty of places to leave your items, and they will be found the next day.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
May I share something else then that came to mind? It's okay?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Two things. And as part of our rules, cell phones stay in their rooms. So if you see anyone that has a cell phone when you're with your group, if you're a group monitor or even in a classroom, you can let me know, or if you're comfortable saying that to the student that they need to have that cell phone in their room. They don't bring it with them. The other piece, if you're a volunteer in a classroom, sometimes it may not feel like there's something to do at all times. If you can, and if you feel comfortable, it's probably more effective to the teacher if you actually kind of partner yourself with a student. If you notice there's maybe a group of students who are a little bit off task, or if they seem like the concept is a little more difficult for them, go right up there and sit with that group, sit at their table, as opposed to sitting on the side of the room just observing. Be with the students, be one of their partners there and guide them. So you'll feel more needed that way, because sometimes there may not always be something for you to do. So just get right in there with the kids, and you'll learn more and be of more assistance if you actually sit at the tables with the students.
Yeah, and I'd like to emphasize that we have only ever gotten positive feedback from the students with regards to the volunteers interacting with them during the sessions, whether it was just as Tony described, when they're working on their projects or whatever else they're working on, they really appreciate someone taking interest in the fact that they're working on something and maybe struggling a little bit and offering to help. So that's been positively received each and every time that's happened. So.
And
Go
Go ahead.
I have a question. Are the dorms now air conditioned?
Yes.
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 Okay. I know it changed where we were from the year before. Last year, I couldn't come
Right.
at the last minute. I don't know if you remember, I sprained my
Yeah.
ankle. So, but you said we have to have bug spray. Are we sitting outside
I'm
through the
saying
night?
if you're a hall monitor,
I
you
am through the
actually,
night.
okay,
It's outside.
you're sitting outside the rooms. It's a kind of a weird, the Kutztown coordinator calls it a building that should have been built in North Carolina because there are these outside hallways. The dorms are all off of these outside hallways.
It's like a motor lodge.
Yeah,
Okay, right. Okay.
yeah, it is.
So you are outside, but you're under roof.
You're undercover.
You're under.
But I will have view of all of the student rooms
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
on the girls' floor.
Yes,
Yes.
you will.
And
Yes.
each of those suites has, I guess, 4 bedrooms in it.
Yes.
And each bedroom will have 2 students in, and they have 2 bathrooms in that suite as well. So they have a living room, kind of a living room space there as well. So, they're kind of self-contained in there. And to the point made earlier, the only reason they'd come out of the rooms in the evening would be if something's wrong or if they need some kind of help, as opposed to the old days when it was dorm like and you had to get to the bathroom, you had to walk down the hall.
Yeah.
So if we
I
have
remember
30
that.
girls,
Exactly.
we have
Yep.
about 30 girls. So
30
you'll have-
girls.
there'll be 8 in a room. So you see, you don't have that many rooms to watch.
Okay.
So it's really pretty easy as far as the hall monitoring.
It is so much more easier than it was in subsequent and previous years, I should say.
Yeah. But I
Right.
would recommend.
Last year was so much easier, really.
I would recommend, and if you're reading outside at night, you probably want to have a lit Kindle, have your Kindle charged up or whatever, because there's not a whole lot of light out there. There's some lighting, but it's not real bright.
No, it's pretty
out there.
dark, yeah.
There is a grassy area down below in the courtyard. We will have the signs up that we had up last year for each group. So the groups assemble at their sign, red, yellow, green, blue, and every volunteer will have a badge. Every volunteer will have a lanyard, and on your badge will be either an orange colored ribbon or a red, yellow, blue, green ribbon. So you'll always know this. The kids will know if they have a problem, they can go to anybody that has a colored ribbon, any adult that has a colored ribbon.
And they'll know who their leader is, even if in some instances the leaders change during the course of the week or during the course of the academy. So, but they'll know who their leader is because that leader will have the same colored badge that they have on.
So for like you, Chris Demurlis, and for Mary, she's not with us tonight, and Loretta, you will have the same groups. I've tried to position you with the same groups for the whole time that you're there. So you'll have the same color as that particular group. So, and for Lynn Smith had requested, she has a group every day, but she wanted to have the same group. So we're trying to do it that way this year so that you really get to know the kids. And as much as possible, I'll put your students in your group. So from Springfield Township, Loretta, I'll try to put your kids within your group.
Wonderful.
So you get to know them better. So, and you have some great kids in your group.
Yeah, we have a new middle school interact club this year that we just started.
I saw, yeah, that's wonderful. So now you can get even better students.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that was Mandy's big thing. She wanted to have a middle school. Yeah. So that's
I
good.
think there's four students from Springfield Township.
Yes. And they're unusual students. They really are. Your principal worked really hard to get those 4 students. She was really on it. So we do have 25 clubs who are sending students. So that's pretty good. So some new clubs this year. Easton is new this year. So that's good. So every year we hope to add another club. And Springfield Township always just had 2 students, but this year you have 4. So, and Nazareth has 7. And that was a club where they couldn't get any 3 years ago.
Wow.
So the word spreads.
So any other questions or thoughts?
Yes. I'd like to go back to the cell phone issue because you know it's going to pop up at least once. And Tony, what would you suggest would be the most effective way of handling a errant cell phone?
Meaning if somebody brings one to the classroom that they shouldn't bring it? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Well, I think I certainly don't have a problem handling that. So if a volunteer sees something, I mean, anyone that feels comfortable addressing it is fine, but I certainly have no problem approaching that student. What I would do, I would have that student walk with me and we'd take it back and they'd put it in there and we'd put it into their room. I don't know that I would confiscate it necessarily. I would just have I would escort the student back to their room to place it where it should be. I wouldn't like keep it with me because that's just
Yeah.
that's bad news. We don't want to do that either.
Let's check in the morning when they get into the line. Maybe the lead can say, does anybody here have a cell phone? If so, please take it back to your dorm now.
That would be the way to do it.
It didn't come up last year that I recall, but
No.
maybe I just wasn't aware of it. But it really went well last year with the cell phones.
And I've had the conversation with, I can't tell you how many parents have called me and said, are you sure they can't have the cell phone? I said, I'm sure. Here's my phone number, call me. And last year we had 2 parents who called over the 4 days, and that was because one kid forgot his sneakers.
Well, they can have a cell phone in their room, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not in class, not when you're doing it, not during the events. In their room,
Right.
yes, absolutely.
I think one of the things we actually, because many of these kids will be the first time away from home, we actually encourage them in the evenings to check back home. Mom, I'm doing great. It's wonderful, all that sort of thing. So obviously not during the day while we're in session doing things, but afterwards, check with the parents, say, Mom, this is great, kind of thing.
Now, the one evening when we do the outside event, they'll have to then go back to the dorm and get their cell phones.
We're going to do
We're
that
going to be
over
in a
the-
dorm. It'll be at the dorm. Physically go to their room, get their cell phone, and come back because you're going to use a cell phone to look at the stars.
But we'll do it at the dorm.
That will be done at the dorm, after the other events are over, right?
Are the cell phones secure in the dormitory
Yes,
if they leave it there?
they should be. They have, each student has their own backpack with a tag on it. So they should put it in their backpack with the tag and on their bed. So that should be okay. The only thing that's ever been lost, which happened to be found again, was a hairband one time. It was a fancy hairband that some students thought she'd lost, but it turned out she had put it back in her own little luggage. So, but she turned the other student's luggage inside out by the time she found her hairband, and she realized it was in her own luggage. So,
And again, to answer your point, I mean, each student has the ability to get into their suite, all right, but nobody else's suite. Their key is just good for their room, if you will, for want of a better term. So no one else can kind of like wander in there and go through their stuff. And we don't have people coming in and doing typical
there's no cleaning
services during the course of the event.
Okay.
So there's nobody going in and out, that's what we're saying.
And I
Okay.
believe, Susan, would you give us the update on the hygiene kits? I forgot to.
Yeah, they're ready to go. I can't get up
That's
to
okay.
get over to show you one, but they have. Oh no, wait, I can.
Susan
Have to give
had
me a-
surgery, so she's.
Yeah, well, no, the cat was on my lap
Oh,
too. So hold on a second.
So she
Yeah,
had.
Susan's using some excuse like ankle surgery,
Oh,
like she
yeah.
can't move. Please,
Yeah, I know. I didn't get a ticket yet. All
Ralph
right.
keeps accusing her of going too quick.
Right? And
Oh.
Susan is wild. Let me tell you. I mean, she's got this scooter. In the last Rotary meeting we had, she ran me down. She just ran me down. That was it. That's how callous Susan is.
Thanks a lot. All right, I'm back.
So last year we found that some kids had forgotten to bring soap and some other things. So, and we did have a shortage of toilet paper, which we
That was a
quickly rectified with
different issue, yeah.
Kutztown University security.
And we are asking kids to bring soap, all that other good stuff anyway. But this is
But Allentown Rotary Club is sponsoring hygiene kits for the students. And here they are.
There they are.
Very nice.
And what is in them is shaving cream, facial and body soap, deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, razor, toothbrush, and so they are all individually packed. And it's in a nice
Very nice.
packet. Yeah. So these are here at my house. So
Do you
we
want us
can
to
talk
come? Do you want us to come
or
and get them? Yeah.
yeah, because even if
I know you
I'm
have some.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We can talk.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah, we'll come.
But we have 70 of them, so we're good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Susan, do you have feminine hygiene products for the girls?
Our nurse does,
Ah,
and
okay.
I have some as well. I
Very
have
good.
some that we carry with us all the time because you just never know.
Good. Okay.
Will the volunteers be staying on the same floor, in a
Yes.
suite on that same floor as the girls or boys? Okay.
Yep, you'll be on the same floor. Yep. There's plenty of room in that dorm.
There is. It's quite large. Any other questions or comments? Okay, then if not, I think it's probably time to bring our meeting to an end. I want to thank you again for being in the meeting, participating, and really, again, what you're doing to help make this a better program every year, better than it has been the year before.
Gary, I'd like to make one comment as well.
Sure.
It is you folks, volunteers, that have made this so successful.
Yes.
There is no way that we could afford or do anything like this for the kids. It would be hugely expensive. We don't generate that much money. This is a Rotary thing, and the reason it works is because of you folks. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
I always like to think of this as our Rotary District 7430's largest service project, because we're not only affecting the kids, but the volunteers are getting so much from it. And our families are getting so much from it. We've already had over 200 families. So now we're going to have like 270 families that we've impacted. Plus, how many Rotarians? I mean, probably at least 50 volunteers. And then our own STEMIA team, which is 17 people. So, and then we have 5 teachers this year, 7 interns. I mean, all those people have been impacted somehow by this program. And we know that because of the kids who are getting scholarships. We know that because of the feedback. Last week, we had a group of STEMIA alum students who met us at Lehigh University, and they participated in the Shishadre lab making some wearable technology. And they met 6 graduate students who are helping them understand what should you put in a college essay? Which colleges should you apply to? So we're expanding this beyond anything that was ever even way, way back in our eyes. So,
and we had volunteers, we had people, in Holly's case, sent her kids.
We've had people join Rotary.
Yeah.
We've had people join. Now we have students going to the Camp Natick because they were the first STEMIA students. So always reach back to your STEMIA kids and invite them to be in the 4-way test speech contest. We had that. We have had kids join Interact. Now we have this couple of middle school interacts. It's just growing beyond anything we ever dreamed of in the beginning.
Right.
So, so Loretta, travel safely back from Taiwan and let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Good.
Looking forward to hearing about it.
Yep.
Anybody, any last
Thank you.
comments?
Did you want to mention about the fundraiser?
Dr. Michael, I'm sure would like to talk about that. And you're talking about our bingo?
At the kebabs? Well, and also the kebabs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. On June the 17th, June the 17th, we're having a little fundraiser. That's at the Afghan Kebabs on Tillman Street. And it's someplace we've had dinner before. So for $30, we have a buffet. It's going to be a fun night. We've had a couple of fundraisers at Don Juan's both the one in Vogelsville and the one in Emmaus. So we'll send out a link for more information about the Afghan kebabs. So it's a lot of fun. So Amir is sponsoring this event. So it won't raise a whole lot of money, but it'll be a whole lot of fun.
Sure.
Thanks for the reminder, Susan.
You're welcome.
Okay, and thank you all. And I'll send out the proposed assignment shortly.
All right.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.